Good day, my name is Angelo. This is Nation's Voice Tower, that hub that keeps you updated on the political system and how it borders the masses in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. Thanks for joining us. I have a secret plot that has been uncovered. Please pay attention to this particular update because I'm going to be revealing very strong information. All right, there is a plan by Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his camp and his fellow cohorts to thwart justice in the upcoming hearing at the Supreme Court, talking about the presidential elections petitions. All right. Now, the tribunal has concluded their own judgment, which did not really go well with Nigerians because justice was, obviously subverted. But this time around, we've accosted their secret meetings, and the details of the meetings have been laid bare. So please pay attention because you'll be hearing revealing things about people you know in government that have really, paid attention or have really indulged in this particular plot and are planning to give an unfavorable judgment for Nigerians. Please mark this judgment I'm going to tell you, or this the end point of this update, because that is the same thing they are going to arrive at if everything goes according to their plan. But there is a development that is denting their plan. Hence, the reason why their plan to subvert justice in the Supreme Court subsequently is not really making a headway right now. Please pay attention. I told you earlier on that one Justice Inyang Okoro of the Supreme Court looks likely to coordinate the seven-man Supreme Court panel to preside over the presidential elections petitions. All right, it's becoming obvious. I am confirming that particular update now. Please put eyes on Justice Inyang Okoro. That is the person that might likely head that panel. Okay, the seven-man judge panel that might preside over the presidential elections petitions. All right. Now, furthermore, the plan is as thus. Please listen and pay attention. Justice Okoro has allegedly already agreed to play ball in favor of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He is currently coordinating three other justices of the Supreme Court who at this moment insist on following the Electoral Act and the Constitution. There are a total of 11 justices currently in the Supreme Court. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Olukayode Ariwola, being a well-known person and well-known crony of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Justice Kekere Ekun, who has a link with Atiku Abubakar through her husband, who is a serving board member of American University of Nigeria, Yola in Adamawa State, which is obviously owned by Atiku Abubakar, have both recursed themselves to avoid conflict of interest. I brought you an update earlier on that these two justices find themselves eligible to participate in the seven-man panel. All right. Sources revealed that Justice Inyang Okoro is trying hard to convince three other justices to back Bola Ahmed Tinubu so that they can get a unanimous judgment from all the seven justices required by law to be on the panel. However, the other three, including himself, making them four, have been allegedly blackmailed to submission by the Directorate of State Security led by Yusuf Bichi Magaji. And furthermore, secrets are saying that Nigerian Attorney General, the Attorney General of the Federation, that is Lateef Fagbemi, is one of the people orchestrating the plans as the middleman between Tinubu's camp and the Supreme Court via Justice Inyang Okoro. The matter has been complicated at this point by the steadfast commitment of those other three judges to uphold the rules set forth in the Electoral Act and the Constitution. This has created challenges for Justice Okoro and the Chief Justice of Nigeria, considering the limited number of justices available at the Supreme Court. Currently, there are 11 justices in total, but with the recursal of both the CJN, Justice Olukayode Ariwola, and Justice Kekere Okun, whose husband is linked to Atiku Abubakar because of where he works. Right now, only 9 justices remain, from which 7 must be selected. If these 3 justices continue to insist on following the law without compromise, there will be only 6 justices available. All right, that is, if these 3 justices that have been trying to uphold the constitution continue in their own steadfast way. There will only be 6 justices available, falling short of the 7 required by law. That is, the situation remains fluid, and we anticipate further development regarding the composition of the panel. All right, but a new development reaching us this morning says that Lateef Fagbemi, the Attorney General of Nigeria, has been asked to step aside by the DSS boss Yusuf Magaji Bichi and Ibrahim Masari, who was the placeholder of the vice presidential seat for Ahmed Tinubu during his campaign period. Now, Ibrahim Masari has been brought to meet up with the renegotiation and to re-strategize and possibly finalize new plans on how to continue with negotiations with those 3 judges. Their proposal is to dismiss, their proposal is to dismiss the appeals of Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar, as well as the latest Bola Ahmed Tinubu certificate forgery from Chicago State University. Yes, their proposal is to dismiss the appeals of Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar, as well as the latest Bola Ahmed Tinubu certificate forgery from Chicago State University. I brought you the updates and you've listened to it. Of course, the emergence or the coming in of Ibrahim Masari would pave the way for swift and quick negotiations as expected by the Bola Tinubu's camp, according to sources. All right, but this new conundrum that has been met in these negotiations, where those 3 other judges don't want to be compromised, that is the best news we've heard today. Right, so let us hope that those 3 judges continue to act in the way or in their upright manner. If they continue to act uprightly in insisting on upholding the Electoral Act and Constitution, that means they will really be falling short of the number to, advocate for Bola Tinubu's victory in the Supreme Court. Right, they need 7 justices to be part of the 7-man panel. Right now, they are short because there are 3 people who don't want to be compromised. I will bring you more updates as time goes on, but please don't joke with this update. Make it go viral. Let everybody have it. When we told people the first time that somebody in government was writing the judgment for Justice Haruna Samani Simon, people did not believe us. All right. Well, news reaching us says that Justice Haruna Samani Simon has been gifted a mansion in Abuja. Okay, and there is news also that he may be made or he may be promoted to the Supreme Court very, very soon. There are news also making rounds that very soon, in no time, his visa ban or his visa, he will be banned from accessing the USA. His visa will be rendered invalid because the US have their eyes also on the tribunal. All right. That is that on that particular update. I hope you enjoyed the updates, and then as I urged you before, please don't forget to make this video go viral. If you don't make it go viral, we won't be able to take back our country, okay? And when we don't take back our country, there will be issues, grave issues that we may not even see, okay? That is the reason why we are saying that we all that are involved in this should make sure that we make this video go viral. That is the baseline for reclaiming our country right now. Now, secondly, there is a video that is circulating and making the rounds. All right, in this video, we can listen to the response of Senator Godswill Akpabio given to some senators when they offered few ideas in a plenary session. All right, well, it was for the good of Nigerians, but I felt that the manner in which Senator Godswill Akpabio answered was more of let's say a personal manner, okay? Because I guess we shouldn't really hurry in making bills. If bills are passed, if policies are made and bills are to be passed under the Senate, there should be time for them to discuss so that all the pros and cons of this bill will be put into consideration before being passed, not hurriedly passing a bill that would dent the welfare of Nigerians. Please have a brief video of the plenary session.
That is talking about is the 2/3 of senators sitting, present.
Yes.
There are few instances, like the amendment of the Constitution, and some parts requires 2/3. That means the senators, before voting, will be informed that they will vote on a certain matter and they need to be present so that the two-thirds will be achieved. But any decision that comes up like this during the sitting of the Senate, the two-thirds means those that are here. Thank you.
Senator.
Yes, vote is required. It is 2/3 of the Senate of the senators seated. But have we taken consideration of how many senators are seated and how many people have agreed that we say we are 2/3? And apart from that, sir, this point is very necessary because since we started this Senate, you said it's a corrective Senate. We have been ambushed all the time that bills are very sensitive bills are brought and are expected to be passed with the speed of light, which is not good for this country. Every senator here is supposed to be adequately informed. He does his research, he comes to the floor and makes a positive contribution. But in a situation where even money bills are brought and we are expected to pass it within 2 hours, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't go well for this country. Sir, you are on seat today. History is going to judge you that things like this are not good for this country. Thank you very much, sir.
This is what you pass is good for the country. History will judge me right. If what you are passing with the speed of light is in the interest of Nigerians, history will judge me right. I don't think we will come here to pass a bill that will not be in the interest of the Nigeria. So your point of order is noted. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. In as much as Gospel Akpabio is an advocate of passing good bills, according to him in that video, but I still support the fact that if a bill is passed or if a policy is brought to be discussed and passed into bill or passed into law, I beg your pardon, it should be discussed extensively, you know, with the pros and cons being put into consideration, because over time you see lots of policies that have been brought, especially the modulation of the refineries that did not work under the APC. All right, so you saw that these bills were passed in a hurry. I don't know why they were in a hurry to pass them, but these bills were passed in a hurry. They are now trying to pass a social media bill that would regulate lots of information that comes out from social media, especially participation of social media users. All right, this is going to be bad because they want to subvert and submerge information from emerging from wherever it is to emerge from and denting their own images. All right, hence the reason why we all are praying for the fact that the Senate should not agree to the passing of this bill, this social media bill. All right. Now, finally, Adams Oshomole from the Senate House was actually the senator who rose the motion of inviting the chiefs of Army, Naval, and Air Staffs on the issue of oil bunkering in the South. You know, we've been given that news, but we never knew the senator who rose that motion. It has been brought to limelight that Senator Adams Oshomole was responsible for, you know, raising that motion. Kudos to Adams Oshomole. Let them come to the House to answer and explain why millions of barrels of oil will be missing day by day, and we keep on paying for missing barrels of oil to make the oil and gas sector balanced. All right, but we have a security sector or security outfit that are in charge of protecting the territorial waters of Nigeria, or the oil and gas part, or the refineries, or even the sources of these oils or this petroleum that we actually depend on. Please stay tuned for Senator Adams Oshomole.
Contract to protect and prevent vandalization. What I would suggest is not for us to continue to lament or set up inquiries. My suggestion, Mr. President, is that given the seriousness of this situation, and I will dare say before the new government, each agent gets sucked into the tradition, this is the time to stop it. And what do we do differently? Mr. President, under your leadership, I think the matter is serious enough to invite the Chief of Naval Staff and the chief of army staff, and even the chief of air staff. Because you can't have big vessels in Nigerian waters for weeks being fed by by small vessels, and the oil is scattered away. Like people have said, how many people are in prison? And I want to advise my brother Senator Izunaso, this idea of showing us pictures as they used to do to us when we started those investigations. They show us drums of people who are involved in illegal bunkering. They show us a couple of drums, etc., etc. I had argued then, and I believe it now, that the combined total of what you can cut away in drums cannot explain 100, 200, 300, 400, 500,000 barrels per day being stolen. It cannot. This is an organized theft, and those involved in this are protected. We need to help this president who, in his campaign, of which we were party to, vowed that everything will be done to defend the Nigerian asset. Like I once had the privilege of addressing Sydney when I was president of the NLC. I think, sir, that in line with what we have done a couple of times when we suspend the rules to allow strangers into the chambers, inviting the chief of army staff, who is new on the job now, and the chief of naval staff, who is also new, and telling them not to continue from where their predecessors stopped. We showed that the matter has gone beyond a committee matter to a matter that the committee of the whole of Senate is interested in. And then interrogate them, listen to them, and thereafter reach some conclusions as to what we need to do differently. Otherwise, Mr. President, it is shameful that so much is stolen, and we borrow so much to provide and cover for what is stolen. The day the state, the armed forces, cannot defend the territorial integrity of Nigeria. It's a sad commentary on the state of affairs of our country. No excuse can be good enough. So I want to thank Mr. Wike and I want to appreciate you, Mr. President, for allowing many people to comment on this, because our collective future is evolving. So let's do something different to show the armed forces that this matter can be used.
All right, you've watched Senator Adams Oshomole there, and he was the person who passed or who really rose that motion. Wow, kudos to him, because that was a good move to, co-opt or to co-opt the service chiefs into the plenary session so as to probe them and ask them. Yeah, let me not say probe. Ask them to answer and to give qualitative information and explanation on why we miss millions of barrels of oil day by day, and we keep on paying for them when they are being paid to protect these places. All right, thank you so much for joining us. Please make this video go viral. Don't forget to like it, share it. Don't forget to drop a comment for us in the comment section, because when you do all these things, YouTube makes us go viral. Okay, finally, if you're watching me for the first time, tap the subscribe button as well as the notification bell, so that anytime I drop a new update, you're going to be among the first people to know. See you next time. Bye.